What is your best relationship advice? Do you know if a guy likes you? Are you planning on moving out? Do you believe in love at first sight?
Lazy Sunday mornings, hiding under covers. I don't mind staying in with you. Play your favorite movie, laying right beside me. I don't mind when it's just us two. That corner coffee shop we like to go. Late night walks with you to take me home.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to do a little girl talk type video. I just made a matcha and I am definitely learning how to make them because it's kind of hard, but I think I did pretty good. I did one yesterday and it was really good, but this one's okay. I think I used too much water. Today I wanted to do a little girl talk video, and I just have a couple questions on my phone that I kind of want to just talk about and we can just chit chat. Okay, so the first question is, how do you know if a guy likes you? So I feel like this is kind of a hard question because I feel like it just depends on the guy. With Zayden, like I could just kind of tell. He told me not very long after, but you can just kind of tell. They get more talkative towards you. They kind of want to be around you more. They kind of do it a little bit flirty and also just like care about you. Say like you had to go home. They like want to make sure you got home and stuff like that. So if they're just really caring, they can also sometimes play with you and be kind of mean. And I feel like that's kind of like a playful can be they like you. So just look out for that and they might like you. But it's been a while since, you know, I've had that interaction. almost 4 years since that. I'm a little rusty, but it's okay. Okay, the next question is, what is your best relationship advice? And for me, I feel like communication is like the best advice I can have. Like just communicate with them on how you feel and just communicate day to day so that, you know, you guys are constantly keeping in contact. I feel like that's like the key to, you know, not having like an unhealthy relationship. Like I feel like communication just makes everything healthy, and I don't know. I just feel like that's like my biggest piece of advice. Communicate with your partner, communicate with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, and I guarantee it will be way healthier than if you just like hold everything in and not tell them or don't talk to them every day and then they're like, what the heck, why aren't you talking to me? I feel like that is the best advice I have. It's just talk and everything will be better. I don't know. And also just like care for one another and be there for each other, which is also like communication. Be there for your partner and I don't know, it just will be better, I promise. Are you planning on moving out? I am planning on moving out. Right now, I don't know when. It's probably gonna be at least another year or so, maybe 2, maybe 3, I don't know. I definitely don't want to be back like still in my house at like 24, 25. Like I feel like that's a little old, but I am only 20, so I'm just saving up, trying to get the best place for me to move into because I want a really good, first place. I want it to be worth my money and all that. So I'm really just saving and stuff like that, and there's really no rush. I have a great room. My room's huge. My closet's huge. My bathroom's huge. So I'm just very grateful for that, and I know that like my space would probably not be as big at a house or something like an apartment. I would have a little bit more space in the sense of like a living room and stuff like that, and I could redecorate because there's certain things I would do to this room if I could, but I just feel like right now it's not like the smartest decision. And I don't like being alone. I like being alone, but I'm scared of like nights by myself, like being alone at night and stuff like that. So I just feel like where I'm at in my life, I would just be terrified and not enjoy it, and then it would just kind of be pointless. Like why am I spending all this money just to be scared? How do you be so confident? I don't feel like I'm that confident. I mean, I'm confident. I'm way more confident than I've ever probably been. I feel like not comparing yourself to other people is like my biggest tip. Don't look at other people and long to be that. I also try to keep my focus not on looks and stuff like that because it really doesn't matter. It really matters like who you are. So I'm confident in who I am, and I've definitely grown a lot in the past like year or even 2 years that I feel more confident in my skin and as a person too. Like it's just it's so important to not look at other people. Like, that's my biggest thing. As soon as you see someone else you want to be, then you're like automatically thinking you're zero. I also just try not to like think about that. Why would I want to sit down and like think about, oh, I don't look good, or look in the mirror and like not like what I see? Like, I just look at myself and that's me, and that's who I'm gonna be forever. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. So might as well like it. You know what I mean? Might as well make the best of it. So that's what I do. I just make the best of what I have. And I'm gonna be honest, like back in the day, I thought about like, oh, I should get lip injections, oh, I should get a nose job, oh, I should, but like as I've gotten older, I'm like, why? Like, that just shows you the mind matures. I mean, if you get that, like, no shame to you. But for me, I was like, I was born like this. Like, this is beautiful. I can make it beautiful if I don't feel like it is. And I've really grown to like my features and stuff like that. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care to get any of that. Like, now I like my features and I like to see who I am, because I guarantee in like 20 years, if I looked back, I'd be like, why did I do that? Like, why? How to make friends. I struggle with this because I am very introverted, and I'm just being honest. Like, it's hard to make friends, especially at my age, and I didn't go to college and stuff like that, so it's hard to, I feel like college just gives you the outlet to make friends in your classes and stuff like that, and I just don't really have that outlet, so it has been very hard. I do have a few friends like from high school that I'd still talk to, but honestly, like, I don't prioritize it, and I definitely should prioritize it more. It's just I'm so busy and I just forget. Yeah, I feel like be yourself and the friends will come. I feel like if you just trust in God and put your faith in that, like, it will come. You will find someone. It's just, you can go through seasons of friends and seasons of times where you don't have any, or you have just one, or you have just a couple, and I feel like that's fine as long as you just be yourself. And definitely, it's on my goal this year to like put myself out there a little bit more. I've already kind of done that this year, and it's only January, so I'm proud of myself, and just say yes to things because it might open doors. Do you like blondes or brunettes? You guys, I like both. I like blondes and brunettes, but I love my Zaden, who's blonde. He's kind of like a dirty blonde-ish brown. Like, it's like very dirty in the winter, and then it's like super kind of light in the summer. So I really don't feel like it matters, in my opinion, hair color. Like, I just don't. Like, if he dyed his hair brown, I think I would still like it. And if he dyed it even blonder, I think it would look good too. So I just feel like it doesn't really matter. I like both. Do you believe in love at first sight? I believe in attraction at first sight, but I don't necessarily believe in love at first sight. Like, I feel like you can pretty much know if you like someone right off the bat, usually. I mean, obviously, just attraction. Like, I don't feel like you can be like, spot someone and you're instantly in love. I don't feel like that happens. I feel like you need to get to know the person, because there's a lot of things you probably don't know. Even after like 6 months of dating, you might not know something about someone that suddenly comes out, or how they handle certain situations. So I feel like, yes, you can like at first sight, but I don't know about love at first sight. Okay, so the next question is how to know if you should leave a friendship or a relationship. I feel like whenever your self-confidence and stuff like that is starting to be affected, or if they are doing stuff that you don't agree with and doesn't line up with your morals, then that's like time to cut it off. Like, I definitely feel and like believe that you are most like the 3 people that you hang around the most. So if you're hanging around someone who is, you know, doing drugs or something you don't agree with, and are acting a certain way, is super mean, or they can be super, you know, rude, you're gonna start acting like that because you're hanging around it. And you have to realize like when to leave that, and if it's affecting you and changing who you are, you need to leave, because it's not helping you. And I guarantee you'll be happier and look back and be like, I did not like who I was back then when I was hanging with them. So that's like my biggest advice, is to just leave. Like, I'm telling you, it's so much easier. Don't be rude and be like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. I don't like believe in what you believe or whatever. But, you know, talk to them, say, you know, I can't, it's affecting me, or just like slowly, kind of gradually, you know, stop hanging out, stuff like that. But if it's like a boyfriend or girlfriend, like, hey, it's affecting me, like the way you act, and it's affecting my confidence, it's affecting who I am as a person. I don't agree with it. So if you can't change, then I'm gonna have to, you know, move on. And I guarantee you, when you leave, it's gonna be so much easier. Like, just get it done, just leave, and then you will feel better. I know it's hard to get out of that, but you have to just disconnect and just do it. Okay, so the next next question is, what is your love language? I think personally I am acts of service and quality time and receiving gifts. I feel like those are my 3 top, like in order: acts of service, and then it like slowly makes its way down. And then what's the other ones? Words of affirmation is after that, and then physical touch is probably last or second to last, because I feel like it's not the back burner. Like I don't not like physical touch. I don't know, sometimes I just don't want to be touched. Like I'm like, oh, just don't hug me, I don't want it. So it's just not something I necessarily put out for love as much either. But acts of service, guys, if someone does something for me, when Zayden does stuff for me, like say it's get me coffee, or go and get my shoes from upstairs because we're about to leave, or you know, brings me a blanket, like doing stuff for me, I just love. And I also put out that as well, probably not as much, but I definitely feel like the quality time is like how I show love. It's like just spending a lot of time with them. Look up your love language. If you haven't done the quiz, don't do the quiz. I also just feel like I know my love language. Like I don't feel like I need to do the quiz. Definitely back in the day it was quality time, but as I've gotten older it's definitely acts of service. Look it up, it's really interesting, and all of that's super interesting if you want to like figure out what you are, or just read up on it. It's really cool. Okay, the next question is, tell us about your fitness journey and how to get like into the gym. My fitness journey started about 2 years ago. I used to dance. I was a dancer growing up, and I definitely moved my body a lot then. But then after that, like I needed something to like kind of get my energy out, and also just like the physical movement. And I started working out. I saw a few people that I followed, you know, doing workouts and stuff like that, and I found it really interesting. My biggest one was Claudia Walsh. Like she completely started my fitness journey. And the thing that I loved about her is that she was skinny, and she like built her body to be a little bit more, you know, full and strong. And that intrigued me, because I usually see like a lot of girls that are like a little bit overweight or stuff like that, and they're doing their fitness journey, and like that's how I like viewed it. But I finally found someone that like was skinny and got like toned, and that intrigued me, because I've always been super skinny, especially up top, like on my arms and stuff like that. And I really just wanted to build that muscle. And then as soon as I started, like I just started, and I saw so many results so quick, and it just made me so happy seeing the results and seeing how much better like I looked, and how much more confident I felt, and also how much I enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed going to the gym. So I would personally tell you to find someone you like that, you know, does the same thing or has a similar body type to you, and then find what they do and do it. Like Whitney Simmons has a great workouts, like she has some on her app and stuff like that. And also just YouTube it. The gym is not scary. Like it might seem intimidating, but I'm telling you, everyone is focused on themselves. No one's looking at you. No one's caring what you're doing. They're looking at themselves. So, you know, don't worry about that. Just find something that you can follow. And then as soon as you do that, like it gets easier every time. And then you remember what you did, and you just kind of do it every time. And as soon as you're consistent with it, you start to see results. And as soon as you see results, I'm telling you guys, you will be addicted. Like it's so addicting to see the results. I might pop some pictures up of like my back. When I first started, my back was so small, and it's crazy to see the difference of like my back muscles and how much stronger I look. Like I just don't look frail. I look so much stronger and healthier. I also just like doing it. Sometimes I go through waves where I like don't love it, which is fine. But I overall love fitness, and I definitely am still, you know, working toward my goals. I feel like my goal is to eat healthier. I definitely was eating really healthy in the beginning, and then all of a sudden I started bulking, and when I bulked I didn't like watch what I ate as much, and then now I'm kind of not watching what I eat. But I have been going to the gym and, you know, really trying to put that effort in. Yeah, I really love and enjoy the gym so much, and I'm telling you guys, just start. Find someone that looks like you and start, and you will literally love it. It just makes me feel so good. Okay, the last question I'm going to answer: how do I keep my relationship healthy after almost 4 years of dating? Guys, I'm telling you, you'll just know. Like you just know when it's not healthy, and you just know when you're not happy. You will know if it's not the right person. And you know, every day I wake up and I'm like, I love him. Like nothing in my life is making me feel like this isn't right. Like nothing, we're happy, we're not fighting. I mean, obviously we go through waves of like more fighting or not fighting at all, but always there's never a thought of like me breaking up with him or me wanting us to break up. Like I just don't ever really have that thought. And if I do have that thought, it literally makes me so sad. And I'm like, then why would I want to do that? So I'm just gonna keep going. Like I feel like I've always been someone who loves relationships and loves long-term relationships and stuff like that. And I've always liked being a girlfriend, and I just feel like I was good at it. I don't know. You'll know if it's healthy or not. So we just constantly, put effort in both ways, and it has to be both ways, because if it's not, then it's not gonna work. Putting effort in and, still being happy after 4 years and still going on dates and stuff like that, it really does help, and you'll just know. We're literally just best friends, and we do everything together, and we still have our own personalities and our own selves, so it's like we're two different people, but we also like grow together. And so that's what I love. I feel like in the beginning of a relationship, this is how most relationships are, we're very like dependent on each other, and I feel like now we're at a point where we're not, but we still like love hanging out with each other and we love being around each other, but we both have different interests and different thought processes and different everything, and we are different people, but we're just growing together, if that makes sense. So that's my biggest piece of advice, and that's how we've been in our relationship for almost 4 years now. And I'm telling you, you'll know if it's not good, and it still feels good. That's all that matters. I'm still happy, I still love him, and every day I love him more. Okay, I think that is all the questions I'm gonna answer for this girl talk. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, like leave them down below. I'd love to answer them. And let me know if you liked this video and this style of video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Subscribe, do all the things, you know what to do, and yeah, bye.